morning, Central Baptist Church family. First of all, I just want to be super defensive. I know that I'm starting this video late. Don't judge me. I know that I look like garbage today. Don't judge me. I know that I'm sitting in my front yard with a truck full of flooring in it in my front yard. I'm pretty sure that's actually a city code violation. I actually need to move that pretty soon before I get a citation. So anyways, don't judge me, all right? That's all I have to say, because in our reading today in Romans chapter 14, we read all about not judging each other. It literally says in verse 13, "Let us not therefore judge one another anymore." How wonderful is that? This is the ultimate judge not chapter. You know, we always look other places, but Romans 13 is actually the judge not chapter. So you can go forth today and enjoy knowing that other people shouldn't judge you. So you can be super defensive and it's totally fine. Have a good day. That's not what this is talking about, unfortunately. I mean, I think we would all enjoy that. Like, we enjoy being defensive. We enjoy defending our missteps and our failures. But the reality is, that's not what this passage is talking about. You can judge me for looking like trash and having flooring in my front yard. That's kind of weird and not acceptable. And that's why in a second I'm going to go to the dump with my boys and we're going to throw all that away. But what this is talking about is enacting judgment on others. He says, when someone has sinned or failed, it's not our job to enact judgment on them. Basically, it's not our job to punish them or make them feel bad for their wrongdoing. Whose job is that? It's God's job. Let's look at the rest of that verse. Verse 13 says, "Let us not therefore judge one another anymore, but judge this rather, that no man put a stumbling block or an occasion to fall in his brother's way." It's not our job to judge. It's God's job. He's the judge of all things. And that's why it says the verse before that, "So that every one of us shall give an account of himself to God." God's the one in control, the one before whom every knee shall bow. So what is our responsibility towards others who have sinned and failed? Well, our job, it says, by not putting a stumbling block before them, our job is to not make their life any harder than it already has to be. People who have messed up usually know they've messed up. People who have sinned, they already have regrets. They already have baggage. They're already living with those consequences. We don't need to make their life any worse or any harder than it has to be. That's what a church is. A church isn't for perfect people. A church is for broken people. So we need to make sure that as a church, we're not the kind of people who are constantly putting others down because they don't meet our standard. See, our standard doesn't matter anyways. They're supposed to meet God's standard. And what God's standard is just accepting him by faith and trusting him and walking in him and living a clean and open life. And if you're doing that, then God's the judge. He'll enact punishment for those who have done wrong. It's not our job to do that. So let's be encouraging brothers and sisters in Christ. And even those who've messed up, even those who've made mistakes and they have a checkered past, let's build them up. Let's encourage them. Let's love them. Let's not make their life harder than it has to be. All right, I'm going to get out of here, grab my cup of coffee, and go to the dump. Hope you guys have a good day.